Today is going to be a very interesting training from me. Now, let me tell you, no, first of all, I live in London from last 30 years, been doing network marketing from 23 years, created hundreds of millionaires in this industry, obviously financially free myself as well, and now help a lot of people to actually achieve that financial freedom. Now, it all start, I'm talking about 2013. I bought my first Bitcoin. My first Bitcoin, I bought them at $40 each. Okay, and I spent about $2,000 buying them, and each Bitcoin was $40. And later on, and the reason I bought them was because I was trying to buy some electronic products to actually unlock phones. That's why back in days, the phones used to be Nokia phones used to be locked on a network, and to unlock them you have to buy these devices, and the only way to buy those devices from China and using Bitcoin. And I didn't know what Bitcoin was. That's why I thought, okay, I need to buy these devices and I can actually resell these devices as well. It was just being an entrepreneur, it was one of the business ideas that I had. So what I did is I bought those Bitcoins at $40. And later on, somebody told me that last month the same Bitcoin was $1 and you bought them at $40. Somebody has scammed you. So what I did is I sold all those Bitcoins. And next thing I know is that Bitcoin, after I think so 2015, I saw Bitcoin was $300. I thought if something can grow from $1 to $40, now it's not growing. Then it went to $300. Then I thought it's $300. That's maximum. It will not grow from here. Within that 1 month, it grew to $700. Today, Bitcoin is over $100,000. Now, I signed up with an opportunity back in day where there was I was getting paid in Bitcoin. Now, and to earn one Bitcoin, I have to bring almost 50 Bitcoin sale. So Bitcoin was not very expensive that on those days, about $700-800 for each Bitcoin. And the whole system worked in Bitcoin, and you were getting paid commissions in Bitcoin, just like now in our system we get paid in XRP. That's why we were getting paid in Bitcoin. And what happened is I thought, the commissions are very low because those days, the opportunities were not like now. Where you get, like in our system, you get paid a lot more. But, in those days, it was not a lot of money because, after getting 50 Bitcoin sales, you were only making one Bitcoin. Now, I worked in that company for a year, and after 1 year, I had 54 Bitcoins. I had 54 Bitcoins in my wallet because I'm by profession, I'm an optician. That's why I was busy with my job, and that was my part-time job. Part-time hobby doing network marketing online. And I earned 54 Bitcoin. And those 54 Bitcoin, they grew from 300 about $700 to around $20,000. Now I had 20, each Bitcoin was $20,000 and I had 54 Bitcoin. Now I saw, what? I was getting paid a lot of commissions. That's why in here as well, you guys are getting paid in XRP, guys. Now XRP today is $2.50. What does that mean? That in future it's going to be $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $10,000. I'm telling you guys, that's why you're getting paid in. It's not that how much profit you're getting paid in the system. Obviously, even after the charges, everything, you're still getting paid a very good percentage of, people, especially people who are becoming sonic. They are the one who are really, really, really benefiting from this system. That's why I think so. Every single person who is part of this opportunity should go for the highest possible package. If you can invest $50,000 into this project, invest 50,000. If you can invest $100,000 in this project, you invest 100,000. If you can afford $1 million in this project, you invest $1 million in this project. The reason is, the bigger the package you have, the bigger the commitment you have towards that business. If you open up a restaurant spending $2,000 to open up a restaurant, that's a $2,000 restaurant. But if you spend two million on a restaurant, that's a $2 million restaurant. Similarly, in here as well, when you buy a 10 XRP package, people will only buy 10 XRP package from you. And if you buy a 2000 XRP package, people will buy 2000 XRP package from you, because leader leads by example. So it's the most important thing in this business is to buy the highest possible package that you can afford for you to have success in this business, because you can only sell something that you have done. That's why what people will ask you, what package you have. When you go to sell this opportunity to somebody, what they will say, how much you have invested. If you say, what, I bought an XRP package, don't you think they will buy 2000 XRP from you, package from you? They will say, what, buy me another 10 XRP package. But if you buy a 2000 XRP package, people will say, okay, you know what? I want to also follow your lead. I want to buy the 2000 XRP package from you. That's why it's very, very important that leaders lead by example. Second benefit of buying a bigger package is that you are making over, with 2000 XRP package, you're making over 30 XRP every 70 hours, guys. That's how good this system is. And that's even without people who are not Sonic. People who are Sonic, they're receiving double the airdrops. That's why how do you become Sonic in this system? I will explain. Now, in our system, if you bring, for example, if you have 100 XRP package, and if you bring two people with 100 XRP each, now your 100 XRP package is Sonic. Even if you bring one person with 200 XRP, your package is still Sonic. Okay? Now, you become Sonic by bringing direct volume. Direct volume, double of your package value. That's why if you have a 10 XRP package, if you bring 20 XRP direct volume, your package will become Sonic, and you will see another robot running in front of your package. That's why what you have, normally you have a robot there that you have to press the robot every 70 hours and it starts dancing. Once that's dancing, what is happening? You're receiving airdrops every hour. But when you have that robot, Sonic robot running, what does that mean? That you're receiving double the amount of airdrops. That's why if you were receiving 2 airdrops, now you're receiving 4 airdrops. That your airdrops double. Your profit doubles in the system. Now, this is how the system works. If you bring double the amount of the sale, you will become Sonic. Now every package, for example, you have a 100 XRP package. Every package has its own Sonic bar. And the Sonic bar fills up with direct volume. Meaning if you bring 100 XRP direct sale, what will happen? 50% of the bar will get filled. You bring another 10 XRP direct volume, another 10% will fill up. And when you bring another another, rest another 90 XRP, another, now rest 90% will fill up. Now your package goes sonic. Now your profits, you start getting paid double the amount of profit. Now, at the moment, as a pre-launch offer, we have a special offer, guys. What is the offer? When you buy a 500 XRP package, 500 XRP plus package. It could be 500, could be 1000, could be 2000 XRP, could be 100,000 XRP. Any package that you buy above 500, 500 or above, your sonic bar is 50% filled. What does that mean? Now you have to do half the work to become sonic. So even if you bring 500 XRP sale, meaning just by bringing one person as the same package as yours, your package will become sonic. And you can take double the benefit from the system. How good this system is, guys. How good this system is. So whenever you buy a package, make sure you're selling a package, minimum one package after 45 days, because there's no limit to how many times you can become sonic. You can be so sonic forever, guys, because all you got to do is you need to fill up the sonic bar. Once you fill up the sonic bar, you will become sonic, and you keep on making, double the amount of sonic profit. Now the sonic profit gets paid to you, the double amount of airdrops gets paid to you for next 45 days. After 45 days, you will go back to normal. Now you have to become sonic again. You need to fill up the sonic bar again. That's why it's very important that everyone focuses on the sonic criteria. Now let me just remove this. Now, I think so before I want to explain you guys how the team bonus works, because I think so a lot of you don't understand how the team bonus works, because team bonus is probably the most powerful income that we have in our system. And I've not seen an income as powerful as team bonus, because even binary plans are not as powerful, because in binary plan, you only get paid for the weaker leg. Meaning in binary plan, you have one leg, and then the other leg, you only get paid for the weaker leg. You never get paid for the power leg. But in our system is not binary. Okay, you have to have minimum 3 organizations, okay, to make team bonus. You can still make level bonus, you can still make direct bonus, but to make team bonus, you got to grow minimum 3 organization. But the best thing about our team bonus is that you get paid for all the volume of your all organizations to unlimited levels. Meaning you not just get paid for your weaker legs, but you also get paid for your power legs, as long as you are, it's 1/3 of the total volume. I will explain how it works, meaning maximum 33% from one leg. Meaning, I'll give you an example, guys. For example, you have 3 organizations. Now, in one organization, you have 7,000 volume. Another organization, you have 7,000 volume. And in your third organization, you have 3,000 volume. What is your total volume, claimable volume for your team bonus in here? Because the weakest leg is because the weakest leg is 3,000. That means it will count 3,000 from here, 3,000 from here, and 3,000 here, because the weakest is 3,000. And the 4,000 will carry forward because that is not match. You will not lose the 4,000. The 4,000s from these legs will carry forward. And the 3,000, meaning on 9,000, you can claim your, your team bonus. Now, what I recommend is to grow at least 4 to 5 organizations minimum, not 3 organizations, because the fourth and the fifth organization will help you balance out the 3 organizations. I'll explain you how. Now, for example, in your fourth organization, you have 4,000. Now, as I said, 33% rule applies on our team bonus. That's why the rule of 33% is, this is 33% now, this is 33% now, and this is 33% now. 33.3%. One third, one third, one third. What does that mean? 7,000 from here, 7,000 from here, 7,000. Now your claimable volume has grown from 9,000 to 21,000 just by having an extra 4,000 volume in your fourth organization. That's how good the team bonus is. You can claim the entire volumes percentage. And the best thing is, the higher the volume that you claim on, the higher the percentage you make. So on 1,000 XRP volume, you're making 6%, but on 100,000 volume, you are making 12%. And on 1 million volume, you're making 15% of the entire volume's percentage. That's why it's not that you get paid for just one organization or 2 organizations. You get paid for all your organizations to unlimited level. The only thing is, if you claim today and you have less volume, and if you wait and claim on a higher volume, you can gain from the higher percentage. Now, any volume that is not claimed, after 90 days, it expires. Now, it won't affect many people, to be honest with you. It won't, for networkers who are growing their teams, it will not affect them. But if a company wants to run for a long time, 5 years, 10 years, then it starts to affect the company, because there's a lot of unclaimed volume that accumulates into the system. But because the company is thinking about long term, company is thinking about, not that company only wants to run this system for 1 or 2 or 3 years. We're looking about 10, 20 years. We're looking for a long-term company, guys. This is the reason that we have the 90-day rule in our system, but it will not affect anybody, because as long as whatever you claim, you get paid. And the older volume has 90 days. That's why it's not that after 90 days, all the volume vanishes from the system. It's only that is not claimed, and that is a volume that's older than 90 days. Any volume, because when you claim, the system will pay you for the old volume. The latest volume will stay in the system. That's why you will not lose on the volume. That's why 90-day rule will not affect anybody. Not that is growing their system generically will not affect. It's only for the longevity of the company we have created that. That's why it's really, really important that people understand that they grow more than 3 organizations. That's why the more directs you have, the better it is. It's better to grow wider, because if you sign up 10 people, you become your 10 organization. If you sign up 20 people, 20 people become your organization. Now, today, I want to give you, I'm going to tell you a story about myself, how I became successful in network marketing. Now, back in 2012, I was a struggling networker, and I was working in product-based businesses from like almost 10 years. and I was the top earners in a product-based company, but it wasn't really a lot of money at that time because in product-based businesses you can only make so much money. But then there was a company launched in UK was based on services, and that really intrigued me because they had gas, electricity. They were the first company to invent video phone, and Donald Trump used to work in that company, and that company was called ACN. I joined that company, and in that company, they were doing they were known for their international conventions. That's why the company planned their international convention in in Germany, in Munich, and they booked a stadium for over 20,000 people. And one thing that the company's CEO said that really stuck with me in my brain is that in ACN, you don't sell the business, you just sell the event. As long as you can promote the event, the business will take care of itself. Now, this is very, very strange point that you don't sell the business, you only sell the event. And to start with, when I heard it for the first time, I did really, absorbed. But later on, I understood the power of what the CEO of that company was saying, you know, because there were five owners and they were running that company for 25 years. And their business model was that you run your business from event to event, then event to event, then event to event. That's how they were running the business. Now, even now, I would say if you want to become successful in XRP AI bot, all you got to do is to promote our launch event that is happening on 15th of November. Okay. But I'll tell you my story, what happened. In 2012, I was struggling networker and I was really wanted success in this business. And I was fed up of my job, as an optician, I was just very fed up and I really wanted success. That's why what I did is I took loan of £12,000. That is, I think so, about $16,000 in today's money, in dollars. I took that loan of £12,000 and I helped my team. They were around 40 people. I helped my team to travel to the Munich event in Germany. So some people could just buy their airline ticket, they could buy their hotel, they could buy the entry ticket. They've done it themselves. They've paid everything for themselves. But there are some leaders that they were not willing to go to the event. Even how much I was convincing, they were not, they didn't have the financial, help that they could actually go. That's what I did is from my pocket, I helped them, some towards airline ticket, some with hotel, and they purchased their entry tickets, or they purchased their airline ticket and then they purchased the entry ticket as well, because the entry ticket was very expensive in that company because it was a 3-day event and it was a very high-end event. It was over 20,000 people. So I borrowed £12,000 and I helped my team to go to that event. Let me tell you, after staying there for 3 days at the event, and listening to, after that, when they came back, they were so motivated. They were so motivated that they came back not as new people, same people. They came back as Spartans. They came back as warriors. They came back, and let me tell you, in my first month, bonus was £26,000. My first bonus was 26 thousand British pound was my first bonus. And from there on, for next few years, I was maxing out on my commissions. I became the number one earner on my position in a company that was running for 25 years where Donald Trump used to work. Imagine that. And all that happened because I took my team to the event. Now, let me tell you guys, the event that we are doing in Barcelona is a very, very special event. The reason we chose Barcelona as location is because it's going to be not everybody can, Barcelona is not approachable for everyone. Only elite of the elite of the elite can can go to Barcelona because of the visa instruction, restrictions. And the reason was the reason was that we wanted this event not for thousands of people, not for 5 or 10,000 people. We wanted this event to be very intimate. That ownership of the company, Jack Jack Van Miller, Dr. Jack Van Miller, the whole company behind the scene, people, how companies making money, how companies system runs. People who are working with us from last 10 years, 15 years are going to be present there. Some of the top leaders who has brought billions of dollars in billing in companies are going to be there. Some of the biggest names of this industry is going to be there. And you guys are going to have a chance to spend time with the management more than any other event because the the event place that we booked is called Grand Hyatt, one of the biggest hotel in Barcelona. Just one night stay can cost you upwards of 500 euros. Just the entry ticket to the event is costing company over 200 euros. So when meaning when one person attends this event, company has to spend thousands of dollars on one person. That's why even the ticket is like $600. Let me tell you, when that person attends this event, it costs company more than what that person has paid for the event. That's why this event is a very, 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 very special event. That's why we will build friendships over there. You get to meet people behind the scene. You get to hug the people. You'll be able to touch the people who are behind this scene. And it will help your business so much because you can go back and say, you know what, I know the people who are running this company. Plus, this is not an event. This is company's launch date. At the moment, company is in pre-launch. Company hasn't launched yet. We are in beta phase. Within last month and a half, we have improved our system more than 80%. And what we are launching on the event, our Forex platform, that's why what we are doing, we're going more into regulations. Because a lot of people want to know the regulations that we are working with. That's why we are actually going from a decentralized platform into a regulated entity. A 7 trillion per day market, guys. That's where the things are going. The CEO of the brokerage himself will be there to train you guys on the stage. So you will get world-class training on this event. Let me tell you guys, the trophies that we have ordered, the merchandise that we have ordered. It's let me tell you, it's going to be a very, very, very special event. So anybody who's going to attend this event, I'm telling you, that person is the future crown diamond of this company. And if you have 3 people attending this event, those three people will become your next diamonds, the black diamonds, and it will make you the crown diamond in the company. That's why all you got to do from now to the event date. That's only we only have 1 month left. Exactly 1 month. Today is 15th, and there's only 1 month left. And let me tell you, we don't have many tickets left. I'm telling you, there are very few tickets left. And if you are even a crown diamond, and if you have not bought the ticket, you can't enter to this event because there's only limited seats. There's only limited space. That's why if you have not bought your ticket, you are not entering this event. Even there is a qualification criteria, but you get that once you enter the event. And you get that refund after that once you enter the event. But that means every single, even if you're a Ruby and if you have not bought your ticket, you're not entering to this event. That's why and once the tickets have sold out, tickets have sold out. That's why please make sure you guys take benefit of this event and become the millionaire. Because that was my strategy. That's how I became successful, by utilizing the event. That's why it's very, very, very important that every single person on this call books the event ticket. Or if you can't, if you don't have access or visa restriction to go to Barcelona, make sure your team members can attend this event. Because it's now, I can tell you, people are spending over $10,000-12,000 just on airline tickets to come to this event. It's going to take them 35 hours on aeroplane journey to attend this event. That's why it's vital that everyone attends this event. Now, what will happen from 15th of November is that we are going to be launching our Forex brokerage platform, MT5. And you'll be able to take your withdrawals into MT5 platform. That's why I'm going to just quickly, within 2 minutes, show you what you should expect, what's going to be happening. That's why in our system, in XAB system, XAB, you can make profit, plus you can make commissions. When you withdraw that from the system, you pay 10% withdrawal charge. But when from 15th of November, you'll be able to withdraw the money into Forex, MT5. And if you withdraw into Forex, you get plus 10%. Meaning if you withdraw 1,000, you receive 900. If you withdraw 1,000, you get 1,100. Now, let me tell you the best thing. In here, you don't have to trade. We provide you with copy trading. We provide you with copy trading. That's why we will have some of the best traders in this industry. You'll be able to copy their trades on your money. Now, some traders can make 5% in a month, but some traders can make 100% a month. Some traders can make 100% in a day. That's why there's going to be different traders with a different performance. That's why what they will do is these traders has been trading for all their life. That's why you'll be able to see their trading history. You'll be able to see their trading style. You'll be able to see their trading strategy. That's why you'll be able to see how good their trading is and how long they've been trading, and in this period, how much money they've been generating. So you'll be able to see all that in the system. And you'll be able to allocate certain amount of funds to each trader, meaning you can diversify your risk. That's why you can, for more money, you can take less risk, and for less money, you can take more risk. So you can even use 10 different traders to actually copy their trades onto your investment. That's why any money that you withdraw from XAB platform, you get extra 10%. But any money that you put into the system, into your MT5 account, that money, you won't get extra 10%. But the best thing is you'll be able to put money into the system using credit cards, debit cards, bank transfers, Apple Pay, Google Pay, anything. Okay. And the good thing is the money is always in your control 100%. And there are no withdrawal charges. So if you put 1 million into the system and next day you want to withdraw that 1 million, you can withdraw that 1 million. If you have 10 million into the system, you can next day you can withdraw 10 million from the system. Because in this system is designed in a way that it could, you don't need to know how to trade. That's why you can actually use the copy trading system. Also, we are going to providing you education if people who wants to become traders. That's why we will give you Forex education as well, people who wants to become traders as well. That's why all that is going to be provided in this system. Now, this system is created to help and support our XAB system. Okay? That's why now I'm going to get to the good news. I've not got to the good news yet. Now, the good news is this, that your network from XAB will have a direct API link to MT5 Forex platform, the CRM system. Meaning your tree, your network will be photocopied here. And there's going to be another compensation plan. Okay, so your tree from XAB will be photocopied here, meaning anybody that signs up in your team in XAB automatically through API will sign up here as well. And anybody using the Forex link to sign up somebody will automatically through API will sign them into XAB as well. That's why the link is both ways. Both ways. That's why anybody who's signing up here gets signed up here. Anybody signs up here ends up signing up into the other platform. That's why there is going to be a seamless system, meaning your team stays your team. And you will get paid up to 7-level intermediate broker commissions. Meaning, I will explain how big is that. Because of the flexibility of this system, and because even the brokerage itself can't touch your money, the only person is in control of your money is you. Only you can allocate funds for trades to be copied, or you could trade the money. Nobody can withdraw that money except you. That's why people have more belief on this system, because you can do withdrawals to your bank accounts and so on. People tend to put millions of dollars into this system. You'll see people who have maybe bought 1,000 XRP package here, but they will put 10 million into this account. And on every single lot size, lot trade, you will make $10. So maybe there's one account, there's 1,000 lots are happening in a single day. You'll be making $10,000 just from one person. And that is just one level. That is just one level. And you get paid up to 7 levels. So this is now the reason our event is so important, because you will get training on all this from the CEO itself, the CEO of the brokerage itself. You will get training from the owner of the CRM system itself. That's why people are going to be traveling from Europe, from all over the world to give you training on this platform, not to train you to how to become a trader, but how to set up your account, how to allocate the funds and everything else. You'll be given full training on this. And this will happen if you are there, guys. That's why this event is the most important event of the company. Now, the company is doing another event in next year in March, 28th of March in Bangkok. And that event is going to be for minimum 5,000 people. Okay. You'll be lucky to get a picture with us on that event because that's how busy that is going to be. Okay. But on this event, you'll get to hug us. You'll be able to ask us questions. You'll be able to sit down with us. Okay. That kind of event this is. And that's where, and this is company's launch event, guys. This is not company's international conference. This is company's launch event. That's where the company has started. Meaning you could tell your children or your grandchildren that that's where this company started from. That I was there when this company launched. So this is the idea, guys. That's why please make sure everyone in your team that can come to Barcelona has bought this ticket already because we only have very few tickets left, guys. That's all from me today. I'm sure I'm not said too many complicated things. I try to keep the training as simple as possible.